This is Legacy of a Human Being, written by Edward Lee, which is my pseudonym. Much to my horror, after it was published, I found out there was another Edward Lee, also an author, but he wrote horror. Well, we can't always pick winners. Anyway, this book is my attempt at science fiction. Today, I will read the prologue, and I hope you can enjoy it with me. If not, feel free to stop watching the video. I don't need help. Don't need help or comments in the comments, but you can if you wish. Anyway, let's begin. Prologue. I was a 16-year-old high school student when I met this particular gentleman. He was a tall man with dark hair and fair complexion. His hair was thinning, and each day a battle was being waged on top of his head between the brown and the gray. With the brown gaining and losing territories, the old man tried valiantly to comb his hair, so that way he looked younger. Though I never attended his classes, I was told that he was a great teacher. I would be studying for a test or doing crucial research for a report when he would come up to me. Despite the rolled eyes and subtle hints, he would continue on in great detail about these stories. To him, they were real. However, he changed the names and reorganized timelines constantly. To this professor, these stories were his legacy. At the end, all we are is what we've done, he would always say to me. During finals weeks of my senior year, I was in the library studying for my German exam. I half expected him to interrupt me with another one of his self-proclaimed epic tales, but he wasn't there this time. Curious, I asked around and discovered he had taken medical leave of absence. Later, I saw him in the park eating a raisin bagel and saw me throwing crumbs to the pigeons. He was tired, his eyes were sunken, and the skin on his face now hung limply. I now noticed that each breath of his resonated with a deep, grating wheezes. I felt bad for him, all alone, and sat down next to him on the bench. "Ah, my young friend," he said. His eyes lit up. "Please have a seat." "No stories today," I remarked. He didn't laugh. He looked at me with gray eyes and I wondered just how sick he was. "So how's the family?" I asked, trying to break the uncomfortable silence. He sighed deeply. My attempt at small talk was making matters worse. "There hasn't been for a long time. I live alone." He paused and threw another crumb to the mallard, begging at his shins. "How about yourselves? Parents? Girlfriends? A young boy like you should be out with someone on a day like this." "There's someone," I said, uncomfortable. "What?" he asked, probing me, sensing hesitation in my voice. "I've been dating a girl in my biology class for a while, but I got the feeling she didn't take me very seriously. Maybe she was going behind my back, I thought, and I said so." "Ha! Lovesick, are we? My boy, you are far too little in years to be hung up on a woman." "Another story?" I could see him start to regain some life. The old man loved a good yarn. "Not just any story, my young sir, but one of love, hatred, vengeance, powerful technology in the hands of tyrants." "Is it true?" I smiled, knowing I was egging him on. "Of course it's true. Every last word." "All right, then," I said. "Amen." I figured, what the heck. So far I was intrigued. He told me to come see him at the park after school tomorrow, and when I showed up there, he was excited, rubbing his hands together. "It all starts with a boy, not unlike yourself, young, smart, and perhaps over his head, and so began the tale, which I came to the park religiously every afternoon to hear continued over the next month.